Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Black Knights and the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
6-man.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other, they're controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's third down.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Jackson on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Jackson now. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. They'll run the draw. This is line. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Here's Jackson to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his third touchdown now on the year. this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
Jackson's pass complete to Josh Rose. Touchdown, London. Brandon McManus lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out, and he will score. It's a touchdown. Tyree Jackson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Well, they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On third down, Mayfield. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 50, Mike's 50. Hey, Delta. Ready for this, man.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check, 180.
Check, 52's the Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. He's coming.
Hurry.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Set, 180. Pistol. Pick your game up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Set, 180. 52 right here. 52. I got you. Up. 52.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Set, 180. 52. I got him.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now it's Jackson setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Run.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Alert!
from the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing again, Mayfield on second and 10.
17, got it. Check him out.
Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield to throw it. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield running the option right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Check 53. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On third down, Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On the counter, here's Jones. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. It was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about. But I am a little surprised he didn't get it there. Yeah,
with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They run it again with Chubb. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch it.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You got it. You got it.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down at 4, Jackson. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mayfield now, 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Strong right. All day, just like that.
And again, it's Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mayfield now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They go play action. Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They'll run with Chubb, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a tee for him. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker. Just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage? You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Jackson to throw. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there. 49 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And McManus missed it. How about that? No good. Wide to the left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a 2nd time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Alert, 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 alert. Watch out.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Good. 20. 15. Check back 15. Here we go. Here we go. Pick that. Pick that. Pistol.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This a 33-yard attempt. He's able to split the uprights. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Cleveland, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they drop below .500 to 2-3 with a loss.